It happened. Oh, it happened. It happened. Are we shocked that the Chargers got rid of their head coach after last night's debacle? I don't think so. Now, today, I was at my gym, BFit. It's on 104th and Broadway. I train Linda up there. Love it. It's a great place to train people, and I always enjoy training Linda. Been training now, I think, 8 years. Hey, good afternoon, Josh. And there was a woman. I walk in with my Michigan shirt on. First of all, I run up there. What's up, Kev? And I did 4 miles, and, I'm not up to 4 miles, but I did it because I thought I'd be late to my client. Yes. And I realized I didn't pack a jacket, but I had my Better Day Golf Company hoodie. And I said, shit, I got to take it off before I finish the run because I'm going to soak it up and then I got to wear it. And I had to go to another client after that and running around and all that stuff. What's up there, Rob? And so I get in the gym and I'm wearing a Michigan, I guess it's a Michigan a long sleeve shirt, which is awesome. It keeps me warm as shit. I get in there and this woman, Tara Lynn, works there and ends up, she goes, I'm your bitter rival. I go, what do you mean bitter rival? So she went to Bama. She was in the musical theater program there. She was from Marietta, Georgia, where my cousin Jessica is, who's married to Hal and has 3 kids in Galveston. And we get talking, and her boyfriend, Austin, said that they were once on a plane during the SEC championship game, and she had headphones on, and she was screaming so loud, like, kill him. And she was like, he's like, you can't do that. So Tara Lynn is like Michigan's doppelganger, like for Bama, as Michigan is for her Michigan team. And she is a huge fan, rabid fan, watches every game, whether tape, whatever. She said if she go to every Iron Bowl every year, she would. And I said I'd give her a shout out, and I'm giving her a shout out, and that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, so back to the debacle. I know Kev's got to be ecstatic because his Raiders scored more points yesterday than they scored in the 4 previous games combined. 42-0 at the half, 49-0. And I think they punted when it was 63-14, maybe 60, and the fans were booing. And I want them to score 90 yesterday. I thought maybe they could have. 8 different players scored a touchdown for them yesterday. And today, Telesco and, Brandon Staley. I felt Brandon Staley, how Bieniemy didn't get a head coaching job, and Brandon Staley, who to me should never have been in the same sentence, shouldn't even been up there. But yeah, I don't know how he got a head coaching job. I really don't. And after the debacle in the playoffs last year, this whole season, my buddy Jason is like, just this whole season's been a train wreck. And in the second half, put some respect on the dude. You guys are 6-8. Let's slow your roll. You still got to play. Okay, now you got at the Chiefs, at the Colts, and you host the Broncos. You have a crazy end of the season. And there are reports, what's his name? Vincent Bosignoro? Is that his name? The guy who covers the Raiders. I follow him, and there's a couple other guys that I follow, Raider guys. You know who's in the running? They said, hey, what's up? What's up, Mr. Sabater? You know who, do you know who they're saying is up for the job? John Gruden is one of 8 candidates. If you guys take back John Gruden, I will be like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. You cannot take back John Gruden. Now, do you think, Kev, is Antonio Pierce worthy of getting the head coaching position? That's what I want to know. Is he worthy of getting the head coaching position? Yes, I agree. Be a horrible coach. I don't think Ed O'Connell has been good, but I'll tell you, he looked good for the first half. So you give Pierce a shot. I think they bought in as much as they bought in with him as how little they bought in with Staley. I mean, have you ever seen, 42-0. We were watching Reacher last night, so I had the game on in the background, and I was like, holy shit. I said, Michigan, what do you think the score is right now? She goes, 35-0. I go, 42. I go, good guess. And then I watched the second half, and I just wanted them to roll it up. And then the second half, they get a sack, fumble, TD return, and it was a big guy touchdown. I hate what he did, but he is a good coach, and he was not a good coach. Gruden was not, he was an okay coach. Gruden was, I don't even the last time your last really good coach was Tom Flores, and that's saying something. You have and Art Shell had a chance. Yes, he was. Pierce was a leader. They are playing better for him. 4 days ago, they lost 3-0. So let's be honest. They haven't played great football. They're okay. They're 6-8. They're 12th right now in the AFC. Are they going to make the playoffs? I don't think so. I think they have a lot of problems. I think they beat up a very bad team, a team that was in a lot of turmoil. Brandon Staley was like on the butcher block. The guillotine was out there, and it was ready for his head to chopped off. Richard Sherman said at halftime, he said, fire him now. I'll tell you, if George Steinbrenner was the owner, I think he might have said, dude, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. I did love Art Shell, too. I remember reading an article of this. Remember the Saints with Archie Manning, the beginning of the Saints. He said there was a guy. Yes, he was the best. Listen, Tom Flores, you got to give props to. Tom Flores won 2 goddamn world championships. And I know that he had the best winning percentage, but Tom Flores is a guy that I don't think gets the respect he deserves. And he had Jim Plunkett as a quarterback. He had a phenomenal defense. Cliff Branch. You had Marcus Allen. I mean, you had some really good players. He had some goddamn good teams. And they beat a Redskin team in that Super Bowl 38-9. That came in averaging, I think they scored over 500 points that season, and they blew them out. Jack Squirick with the pick 6 before halftime, and that was the ball game. But I digress. And, with the Raiders and everything, I want them, I want greatness back. I do. I feel it's good for the NFL for that team to be good. I think Pierce, why not? They're playing for him. They love playing for him. The Chargers did not like playing for Brandon Staley, but I think there's a lot of pieces that need to be fixed with the Raiders. And I don't know if Devontae Adams wants to stay there. I don't think Aiden O'Connell is your future quarterback. I think he's a good backup, and Jimmy G is not the answer. I think you guys need a real quarterback. And what was I reading about? Justin Fields, they thought might do well if Atlanta makes a trade. Put him with Drake London and Bijan Robinson, and you got a team right there. I mean, I guess we're going to see. Pacheco got surgery on his shoulder. He's not playing this week. I saw Tyreek Hill's not playing this week. C.J. Stroud is doubtful with concussion. So that means I got to play Jared Goff on Saturday night against the Broncos, and he better fucking bring it. And you see what Cam Newton said? He called a bunch of quarterbacks, system quarterbacks. You know, Cam, loved you had that one run, that one season. And then it fell apart in the Super Bowl, and you became a pouty little bitch, and you never recovered from that. You had that one great season, taking pictures, enjoying everything. And then the Super Bowl, you went against a defense that beat the living shit out of you. There was a fumble where you kind of stepped back and was like, I didn't want to really get that, which I thought you kind of were a wimp. That was pussy material, in that opinion. That was pussy. That was a real freaking wimpy moment. And things didn't go your way. You were pissed off afterwards. You didn't do the post-game press conference and everything. And your career was never, ever the same. Never. You won a national championship at Auburn. You with the, you always about, having the towel over your head, and you were a tough player. But all those runs, all those hits, all those touchdowns, it took a toll on you. And you became a fraction of the player you used to be. And then at the end, I was like, you were just terrible. Just terrible. And you just disappeared. So now he's got a podcast. He's trying to promote it, saying, Goff. Forget it. There was a bunch of quarterbacks he was saying are all, what's the problem of being a system? If you're winning, what does it matter? System quarterback, this quarterback, that quarterback. Winning is winning, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. And Rob, the same thing. Like you worry about Lamar Jackson. You worry about, and I said, Josh Allen cannot keep running into guys. It's going to catch up to him. I feel like these guys think they're Supermen, and eventually you get the shit kicked out of you, and that's the end of that. But yeah, what a game yesterday. I mean, to see that happen live was just beautiful. Most points ever in the franchise history. Staley's gone. Telesco's gone. They also got rid of defensive run game coordinator, defensive line coach Jay Rodgers. I don't know what happened there. Now, the Chargers are technically $42 million over the cap for next year. But if they cut Mac Bosa, Mike Williams, Kendricks, and a couple others, that puts them $30 million in the positive. They're aging stars, but you're going to have they said that is the one job that everybody wants. They're going to have to restructure. Herbert, Lindsley may retire. I mean, we're going to see. And, they could get a new coach, and bam, everything can turn around. Dan Quinn, I heard that Seahawks coach Carroll might retire at the end of the season if Dan Quinn would want the Seattle job. I think Dan Quinn, to me, will always remember for that 28-3. You cannot blow a 28-3 Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Built up a lot of things, the great things of that team, but that Super Bowl that taste for Kyle Shanahan, for him, they got to get a Super Bowl, get that. I mean, you can't blow a 28